Who am I to offer him counsel? I only hoped to help the boy find his answers. And I failed. What's my role in all this now?
Tyr, you're at the center of this. You always have been. That's why Odin imprisoned you in the first place. He's terrified of you.
I doubt that very much.
It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did.
That is not who I am anymore.
I know you feel that way now. I've lost myself before. More than once, but believe me, there is something beyond that.
And what is that?
Purpose. Purpose is the path that leads you to yourself.
So you would have me accept my fate? Lead your armies into war, secure your vengeance.
If securing our justice is not your purpose, then find another. For your own sake. When you're ready to seek the Norns, I'm with you. Just taking a moment.
Don't try to talk me into coming. The Norns and their tales of our fates, it's everything I've walked away from.
Does it hurt?
Oh, this? Only when I worry.
How would Atreus get to Asgard?
I'm sorry, but you'd have to ask Odin. He's got control of every path. I know how highly you esteem our expertise on such things, so I'm sure that's disappointing. He's just been one step ahead of us. Anything for Freya? What do you need?
Hang on! I got something for you. Sindri!
Coming!
Before you go traipsing off into the dawn, I thought you'd like to have this back. Well, don't go getting too cheery about it. But you're welcome.
I've collected what we need to find the Norns. Shall we go?
Madam Nithog? Madam Nithog, where have you gone?
I suspect we may have consequences to look forward to.
Squirrel.
Ah, Master Kratos, my apologies. Madam Nithog's disappearance weighs heavily on my mind.
She a friend of yours?
Less a friend than another longtime tenant of the tree. She was here even before I arrived, and that was ages ago. To even think something could keep her away from her babies. Terrible, just terrible.
We are certain Atreus could not still be in Midgard.
I was just there and found no trace. If Odin invited him, he must have provided a way.
No. That is not the only explanation. Tell me where we find these Norns.
I discovered some of their threads near the frozen lake. I stashed one for spellcrafting, but we may also use it to find them. Just remember, they really don't want to be found.
Well, at least things will be difficult for a change.
We should take your sled and head to the lake.
Midgard. How I've missed the freezing gusts and constant raider attacks.
Well, that's because they believe Kratos is responsible for Fimbulwinter, and that killing him will end it.
Where would they get an idea like that?
From me, of course.
Of course.
Quiet! She is a friend. Now.
Better they get this from you. Once the wolves have the scent of the Norns, we'll just need to follow their lead.
I will open the gate. Stop whining.
Their fur is matted. When did you last brush them?
They are wolves.
And matted fur leads to disease. Take care of them, and they'll take care of you.
Brother, what exactly do you intend to ask the Norns?
How I may find my son. Nothing more.
You don't imagine it's a chance to clear up all this mess about prophecy? Perhaps get a second opinion on your alleged demise.
You didn't tell me you had a death prophecy?
When Atreus and I reached Jotunheim, we found a hidden hero. The Giants. They herself had foreseen our entire journey long ago. Who we would meet, who we would fight. All of it, as it happened.
But you aren't dead.
That image was from a time yet to come.
I see. You've never struck me as someone who fears death. That's not the problem, is it?
No. Death can have me when it earns me.
Then maybe it's not the future that bothers you. Faye sent you on your journey, and she made sure you'd see that image at the end of it. And you're still not sure why.
I wish to speak of this no further. Now that we are on the lake, how will we find the Norns?
Watch the wolves closely. See how their heads point the way? Side, Kratos!
From behind!
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Nicely done.
Behind you, incoming fire!
Suspect that's all of them.
These were coal raiders. Infamous for...
Eating wolves. Atreus and I rescued ours from such an encampment.
That was... kind of you. The coal raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures. Perhaps we should do something about it.
Perhaps.
Up to you, brother. If the Norns know the future, no doubt they'll expect us to show up a bit late. Well, the Lake of Nine has certainly seen better days.
Hold! What is that?
That's part of Tyr's statue.
Defend the peace.
I remember the Jotnar crafting these bracers for Tyr's statue. They chose only their most talented and accomplished to do the job.
You have a good memory, Freya. Like Tyr, the Jotnar also believe the best offensive strategy is a good defense. So, this is how they chose to honor him.
The Giants were not wrong.
Raiders have made themselves quite at home. Not sure I've been back to these parts since our great battle with Sigrun.
She speaks highly of that fight as well.
You know of that, but enough of that for now.
If you're ready to find the Norns, let's get back to your sled.
Freya, you said you knew of our battle with Sigrun.
She told me all about it when she found me. She believed you could be an ally. Long before I believed it.
The Valkyrie Queen. An ally.
I'm the Valkyrie Queen, as Sigrun was stubbornly determined to remind me.
I should have guessed it was Sigrun helping you recover yourself. She's so loyal, wise, clever.
Another time. We must focus.
Mimir, the way you still speak of Sigrun, it doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from.
This thread of fate we are tracing.
It's not somebody's life, if that's what you mean. The Norns use it to mark their way when they're outside of the well.
The Nords live in a well.
No. The Well of Earth, their home, is hard to explain. It's in no fixed place. Entrances come and go. A place wholly under their influence, where the intangible becomes tangible. Like being inside your own mind.
But if we go in together, are we in each other's mind? Not so sure I like the sound of that.
Mimir, have you encountered these Nords?
Not personally. Freya's right. They have ways of discouraging visitation.
Not now.
I'm all for exploring the area, but to be clear, it's down there we'll find the Norns. What's that outpost?
I've been studying, and I can
You
forge
won't
some
believe
new
it,
equipment
Mimir.
for you.
This crest belongs to Fjotorlund.
Fjotorlund, you say? Now that's where Sigrun was from. Another sleeping troll, courtesy of the dwarves.
So this outpost is what's left of Fjord. Sigrun spoke of growing up with these people before she joined the Valkyries.
That's frost in my neck stump!
Enemies to your left!
Behind you, brother!
Good, that's the way!
A musical instrument. From your homeland, isn't it? Can you play?
Yes.
Will you?
No.
On your guard, Kratos! The Alpha!
That's frost in my neck stump!
You know, brother, Sigrun told me her kingdom housed a great treasury filled with the spoils of her family's conquests. Perhaps this outpost holds some of that treasure.
Is that all she told you, Mimir?
Did she say where?
No, just that they kept it hidden.
Over there. Well done.
Perhaps those runes over there can shed some light. What? No, she never mentioned.
Is that a key?
Wonder what lock that key belongs to.
No lock. It is broken.
Not broken. It's just split in half. Perhaps we could find its partner.
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Right side!
Behind you, look out!
That's lost in my next stop! Behind
They're ethereal! Perhaps by arrows! Another crane. Mimir, what did those runes say?
Secret. She loved another. A king named Helgi. Seems they were madly in love. But her parents wouldn't let them marry.
Oh, Mimir. You really didn't think you were her first love, did you?
Aye. Suppose I did.
Did Odin seek the Norns?
Odin made his share of efforts. Wouldn't talk about what he found. Either he gave up, or he wanted to forget what he saw. Fair. Mind telling us what you experienced when you sought the Norns last time?
To be honest, the details are hazy. Like waking up from a dream. Mainly, I remember that nothing could be done to change my son's fate, which only made me more determined to try.
Brother, what of your story? You faced the fates of your homeland, yeah?
Hold. I hear something large.
Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them, brother?
Enemies to your left!
Nicely done.
That is all of them. They still whine.
Poor things. They can smell more danger.
The wolves fear that which can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that.
Now, brother, what about when you faced the fates of Greece? The legends I heard about the ghost of Sparta were surely exaggerated.
Enough. We will continue later.
Is that a frost troll? You won't be happy to see us.
You believe the tales of my deeds are exaggerated.
Brother,
Look,
Isn't that the spear from Tyr's statue?
wish for peace. Be ready for war.
Oh, that's astute of the elves. Tyr never sought war, but he knew he had to be ready for it.
Aye, let's be armed than not. Impressive-looking weapon, isn't it?
It is big. So, you believe the tales of my deeds are exaggerated?
Oh, not in the brazen bloodshed righteous fury part. The part where it said you traveled back in time itself to win a battle once lost.
Hold. The wolves are distracted.
Another Coal Raider camp. Kratos, we should do something about them. Enemies to your left!
Don't fire, Kratos! It will fire!
Now maybe the wolves will cease their whining. Accursed wolves.
I grow tired of your lack of empathy for your own wolves.
It's Deimos, isn't it, brother?
I should not have told you of Deimos.
You see yourself in these wolves, in their fear.
Let us keep moving.
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Enemy behind you! Rot!
Behind you! Incoming!
Use a shield strike! Is that a frozen lightning bolt?
My fight with Thor ended there.
That's where you landed. No wonder there's bits of Tyr's statue all over the lake.
You said you and Thor caused that?
Yes. The result of our weapons colliding.
Ouch.
Yes.
Like old times. Oh, we used to travel through this temple constantly. Quick, how do you do to Brock? Then off on another adventure.
You miss it?
Aye. Everything for help. Simpler then.
Agreed.
The realm travel room. This place has seen better days.
Haven't we all?
Kratos, do you remember when I brought you and Atreus in here for the first time? Seems like lifetimes ago.
I do. And it was because of your guidance we were able to fulfill Faye's last wish. And yours as well, Mimir.
That must be Tyr's helmet from his statue.
Win minds, not wars.
Tyr understood the greatest fight of them all was the battle for people's hearts and minds. Too bad Tyr has no interest in doing either these days.
Look, another Coal Raider camp. We should do something about them and put your wolves at ease. The chieftain. Was he the one who captured the wolves before you freed them? Regardless, they should draw some comfort from his death.
As I was saying, tales of time travel always strain credulity. I mean, a rumor about Thor knocking the world serpent back in history from Ragnarok is one thing.
It is the truth. The threads of fate span all life and
They're still scared.
not of the raiders. Do not be afraid. You are safe. Good. Good boys.
Girls.
Good girls. Lumir, the legends you spoke of are true. The Sisters of Fate abused their power. When I challenged them, they threatened to undo my existence.
Hold on. What's this way?
Let us find out.
The oarsmen. Ugh. A monument to conquerors.
Made some lovely warships, though.